Origins of Bishop. Lucas Bishop is a mutant from the 22nd century that traveled into the past, becoming a member of the X-Men, and later, the Uncanny X-Force. He has the mutant ability to absorb and redirect any kinetic energy that is used against him or that is released in his general vicinity. He is the first black male team member within the X-Men universe. Lucas Bishop was born in the Mutant Containment Center, located in Sheepshead, Brooklyn, in the alternate reality, Earth 1191. The M over Bishop's right eye is a brand used in the future to mark mutants for quick physical identification. He was raised in a crumbling apocalyptic society that spawned from the ramifications of what was known as the Summers Rebellion, which was an uprising where the mutants and humans of that time joined forces to battle the Sentinels. As a child, Bishop was taken in by a man named Witness LeBeau. Later, Bishop and his sister, Shard, were taken away from LeBeau by their grandmother. The grandmother then raised them secretly inside mutant concentration camps in Brooklyn and Nevada. Bishop learned of the heroic legacy of Xavier and his X-Men from his grandmother. Her dying request was that Bishop protect Shard at all costs, and to live up to the X-Men of legend. It wasn't long afterward that the Summers Rebellion ended, freeing the mutants from their camps. Bishop and Shard were still only children, so they resorted to underhanded tactics such as thievery to survive in the cruel post-rebellion society. They were eventually stumbled upon by a blind war veteran named Hancock. Hancock felt a deep sense of compassion towards the young mutants. He took them in and raised them as best as he could. The Exhumes were a group of mutants who had extremely anti-human philosophies. Bishop deeply admired the Exhumes, until they took his sister hostage and discovered that Hancock was murdered in cold blood. Later, when the XSE rescued his sister, he knew that they were the group he should admire and eventually join. Bishop later rose through the ranks of the XSE, becoming a commanding officer. No caption provided. While on a mission to destroy a nest of vampire mutants known as M-Plates, Shard was seriously injured. Distraught, Bishop had nowhere to turn except for the imprisoned Witness. He asked for Witness help but was told that he would only save Shard and that Bishop must work for him for 1 year. He agreed. Witness then transferred Shard's being into a holographic matrix which saved her life. This agreement with Witness led to Bishop leaving the XSE for an extended period of time. What Bishop did for Witness and the nature of the missions are unknown. Eventually, Bishop was reinstated as Chief Commanding Officer for the XSE team, Omega Squad. At the ruins of the Xavier Institute for Higher Learning, Bishop and the Omega Squad captured and imprisoned a serial killer, and former XSE member, Trevor Fitzroy. While on this mission, Bishop stumbles upon an old recording of Jean Grey, which claimed that the X-Men were betrayed and destroyed from the inside. Later, Bishop confronts Witness concerning the information. His former master gives him an evasive responses, making Bishop suspect that Witness was more involved with the destruction of the X-Men than just an observer. Using a huge portion of his life force, Trevor Fitzroy escapes his prison. During his escape, he breaks out 93 mutant criminals who were serving life sentences. This event creates a time portal through which Bishop and the Omega Squad follow the criminals. After emerging from the portal, Bishop has his first encounter with the X-Men. In shock, he does not trust or believe them. The X-Men then aid in capturing all of the criminals except Fitzroy. Bishop then battles the X-Men, but soon realizes that he would need their help to take down Fitzroy. After the battle with Fitzroy, Charles Xavier offers Bishop a spot on the team, under Storm's leadership. Bishop joins and meets Gambit, soon realizing that Gambit was possibly a younger version of Witness. Bishop declares himself Xavier's personal bodyguard. A position which he fails to live up to when Streif, a clone of Cable, critically wounds the professor. This event results in the teams believing that Cable was the one responsible, and Wolverine and Bishop teamed up to track him down. Once they do, they find that Streif was the one responsible for the injury, and team with Cable to confront Streif. Seeing his failure in the protection of Professor X, Bishop tries to resign from the team, but his resignation is refused by the Professor. He continues to fight alongside the X-Men, even redeeming himself when he saves many lives by defeating Sabretooth. Powers and abilities. Bishop is a mutant who can manipulate kinetic energy, the energy created by any form of movement, and absorb most types of energy, as well as most types of energy directed toward him. The energy can be converted into electricity, plasma, fire, etc. He can then rechannel it through his body for concussive blasts, or in the same form that was absorbed. This includes storms, weather effects such as lightning. This rechanneled energy is apparently able to damage beings who are normally immune to their own powers. Due to the nature of his mutant powers, it makes it extremely difficult to damage him with energy-based attacks, while enabling him to work well with any energy-using teammates. Bishop can also store absorbed energy within his personal reserves. Storing this energy within body gives Bishop a variety of benefits, including superhuman strength baseline of a 8 to 12 ton lifting carrying capacity with unknown limits, superhuman speed, increased stamina, accelerated healing, and invulnerability. His powers reduce the need for sleep, food, drinking, body evacuations, and oxygen. Bishop can also use his powers to fly. The energy can also be used for flying. In recent years, Bishop has been seen to be learning to absorb physical damage much the way Sebastian Shaw does, and redirect this kinetic energy into enhancing his physical abilities as well. However, some energy types are more difficult to absorb than others, and Bishop can only absorb so much energy before he is forced to expel it lest it kill him. He also has the ability to instinctively know where he is at. Bishop is resistant to nanites due to his training in the XSE. He is a formidable armed and unarmed combatant, having been extensively trained during his time with the XSE. He possesses a cybernetic arm that is powered by nuclear energy, and has been shown to have 2 clawed tendrils in it, as well as allowing him to time jump due to built-in time travel technology. The full extent of the technology abilities of his cybernetic arm are unknown. Bishop's cybernetic grants him cyberkinesis, allowing him to manipulate technology.